Hi, this is for Joe on Genderblend. He asked what our cost was, our personal cost. And I wanted to make this my first YouTube video, but I wanted to really think about it, and I don't know if right now is really the time for me to make this video, but I'm going to do it because I feel very compelled. He asks, first, what is your social cost? Society really doesn't know who I am unless they are within the community that I am involved with. It changes all the time, but I'm dark. I am. I have very dark roots, and I have hidden that part of myself for the past several years because I didn't ever really know anybody else that was like that, and I was always picked on in high school for being that way. Even though I knew high school didn't matter, I continued. But once I got out of high school, everybody treated me like an absolute freak, and I never understood it because, that was who I was. So I started toning it down, and then I toned it down some more, and then I toned it down some more, and then I was not different at all. I mean, there is no normal, but I didn't stand out in a crowd anymore. I didn't have outrageous hair or outrageous makeup or outrageous clothing. It was just t-shirt, jeans, hair up, down, halfway. It doesn't, I couldn't have fun with my appearance at all, and that was my fault, but I feel that my social cost is probably the highest of all these costs, because it's now that I'm 24 and I have the ability to go out and get the fancy boots that I want, or spend a little bit more money on makeup than I really need to. I feel like such an outcast when I dress the way that I feel on the inside, that now I have to break out of that again. I have to be comfortable in my own skin again, and it's a high cost to pay to, be you. The physical cost. I don't really do drugs. I don't really drink. I get tattoos and piercings. I love them. I really, really do. But in the sense that I'm breaking down my body for my physical cost, I wouldn't say it's high. Because tattoos and piercings, yeah, there's pain in it, but pain is not always bad for everyone, and the repercussions of a piercing or a tattoo are not that high unless you don't take care of them, or you go to somewhere that you shouldn't be going because you want to pay a cheaper price for something that you should pay good money for because it's going to be with you for the rest of your life. That's being said for tattoos, piercings. I mean, be sterile, take care of them, it's all good. My mental emotional cost. This is probably my second highest of the costs, because not being who you are and waking up 4 or 5 years later and going, holy crap, I'm not who I am. it kind of it messes you up. It messes you up bad. So I would say that that cost is pretty high, and it's more emotional than it is mental for me, because not being who you are is just lying to yourself, and it's lying to everybody around you. And even though sometimes it may seem awkward to be yourself or to put yourself out there the way that you want to be recognized or known or whatever, you may get looks. You may have people coming up to you every 10 seconds asking you if it's Halloween. I know it used to happen to me all the time. But I don't know, it's something worth dealing with for you to be who you are at the same time. But hiding it takes a big toll on your emotions. I don't think anyone should ever hide who they are. That's probably the biggest sin in my book. Speaking of sins, here we are to number 4, and that's spiritual. My spiritual cost, I think, would be lower if I were more normal. But since I'm not, I question pretty much everything. It's like religion is a buffet, and I can find what I think are truths from each little place. It's take a little bit from Hindu, and take a little bit from Buddhist, take a little bit from Christianity, and everything else, and kind of blend it together, and then all of a sudden you have this other religion that is mine. That would be mine. But the cost, I don't know. That depends on what you believe, because I believe that, I don't know what I believe. I guess your spiritual cost would be whether you end up in heaven or hell, whether you go to purgatory, whether you go to nirvana, whether like there's so many different places that you could go in your afterlife, and spiritually speaking on the earth, I don't know. I think that everybody, I don't know. Me, I don't know. I really don't know how to answer this one, because it's spirituality and religion and all that stuff. It's too confusing for me, really, right now. But yeah, maybe I'll do another vlog on that when I figure it out. Financial, I do not have a high financial cost to be who I am. I love Goodwill. I love vintage stores. I like finding random odd things. I don't spend that much money on makeup or accessories, or I don't have to have brand names. I don't have to have the biggest and the best and the newest and the fastest and the strongest. I find little hidden treasures whenever I shop, or when I'm looking for a car. A couple months ago, I got a Dodge Omni, an 85, and I heart that car greatly, but the car doesn't want to run, so now I'm in the market for a new car. I don't know, because I went with something that I actually wanted instead of something that might be completely and totally sufficient. Maybe I messed myself up, but financially, to be who I am, I guess I should stick on the topic. To be who I am, I don't think that I have a high cost to be who I am when it comes to financial, because I'm not that demanding, I'm not that needy. I'll take scraps and sew them together and make something before I'll go out and buy something brand new. And I'll even buy my own little labels that made with love and sew those in, that I know that I made them with love. And no Abercrombie label says that, no Chanel label says that, you know. So that's like my own little gift to myself. But yeah, I hope I did this right, and I hope that I covered them the way that you would like me to. But I really wanted to make a response to you because that was such a great topic, and I really appreciated it. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing more vlogs from you. Peace.